Hi guys, welcome to the Charmer Tuition YouTube channel with nataliechama, myself. I hope you guys are well and you are having a great day today. So today we are looking at how to use a variety of sentence structures to create interesting stories for your teenager. Okay, so for parents, if you are struggling to get your child to write and actually engage in writing really interesting stories, this is the place for you. And I'll just tell you, and I'm going to go through how a variety of sentence structures can really help enrich your teenager's writing. So we're really focusing on how to use a variety of sentence structures. So we're looking at simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences. And sometimes, when I actually say to a student, okay, you need to use a variety of sentence structures, they always stay quiet. And then when I test them to say, okay, do you know what I mean by a variety of sentence structures? Usually the answer is no, I do not know what you're talking about, in a polite way. It's really important that they know how to use a variation of sentence structures. So let's take a look on how we can use a variety of sentence structures. So let's start off with simple sentences. A simple sentence is built on a subject and the main verb. So for example, the angry dog barked. So dog is the subject in the sentence and barked is the verb, okay? You can use, so your child can use simple sentences when, for example, creating suspense or tension in a story. So when we mean suspense, like just creating that sense of mystery, like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen? Like, she slowly opens the door. And then you can just leave it as that, just one line on its own, a simple sentence. It automatically thinks to yourself, what's going to happen next? And usually they use that a lot in scary stories. Also, providing quick, useful info. So really short and snappy info that you really just want people to just draw people in quickly on what you're talking about. And describing a character's emotion, okay? And if it's in the first person or the third person, you could say, Lucy felt distraught. That is the sentence. Or I felt deep sadness. Then the second one, compound sentences. And a compound sentence consists of two independent clauses. And independent clauses mean they can stand on its own and make sense on its own. It doesn't need anything else supporting it. Doesn't need any other part of the sentence to support it because it makes sense on its own. And the two independent clauses are simple sentences, okay? Joined with a conjunction or a comma. For example, the angry dog barked and is the conjunction, he chewed the newspaper. Or you can remove the and put a comma there if you like. A complex sentence contains an independent clause, or you could say a main clause, and at least one dependent clause, and that is a subordinate clause. So when we mean main clause, independent, it stands on its own, okay? It makes sense on its own. We're having that same theme of making sense on its own when it's independent. When it's dependent, then that means it can't stand on its own. It doesn't make sense on its own. For example, yesterday, comma, the angry dog barked and he chewed the newspaper. Yesterday is the subordinate clause. So it's the dependent clause because it doesn't make sense on its own. If you just put yesterday, you'll be like, okay, what else are you going to say? Yesterday? What happened yesterday? As a reader, you'll get frustrated because you don't know what happened. So we need the other part, which is the main clause. The angry dog barked and he chewed a newspaper. And that makes sense on its own because we've had that already when we were looking at the compound sentence. So thank you guys for tuning in today and checking out my video about the variety of sentence structures. Also, if you click on the link in the description box below, you can actually get a free grammar and writing lesson for your teenager. Also, don't forget to click on the notification bell so you can be the first one to know when I have my next video. Take care, guys, and remember, reach your full potential with confidence. Have a good day. Bye.